Welcome to eCivil Way YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss about precipitation, which is comes under component of hydrologic cycle. We discuss about hydrologic cycle. So I hope you all know about hydrological cycle. So we are discussing some of the components, basic component, important components. So you can remind those points and recite with me. Components of hydrological cycle are, as you can see, that is precipitation, evaporation, evapotranspiration. Evapotranspiration is nothing but evaporation plus transpiration. The summation of evaporation and transpirations through our tree leaves is caused evapotranspiration and condensation. The condensation is the main point behind precipitation. So what is precipitation and what are the type of precipitation? Any form of water such as rain, snow, sleet, hail that falls to earth's surface is precipitation. As you can see some of the pictorial representation of precipitation as rain, you can see these are the water droplets are small size. The size we will discuss to the next slide. But as you can see, the difference of diameter of water droplet is very much visualized from this picture. Okay, so what is evaporation? Vaporization is a process of by which water is converted into vapor. So as you can see from the picture, here you can see the water surface containing particles of water which convert into water vapor in the influence of sunlight. So this water particle is vaporized and lift upward uh, due to its weight is comparatively low. Then what happened? And we can have evapotranspiration. Evaporation, as we know, as we discuss as we discuss in the previous point, and transpiration. What is it? Transpiration is a process by which the underground water are coming to act with direct atmosphere through tree leaves or through tree going first tree root, then it's get evaporated by tree leaves. So this is also a form of evaporation. So evaporation plus transpiration makes the word evapotranspiration, as you can see from this picture. Okay, then condensation. What is condensation? As we discussed in evaporation point, that water particle, after vaporization, the water particle goes upward, but up to a certain height or up to a certain layer, that is stratosphere, the water particle condenses due to various causes. This condensation or this uh, change in temperature makes the vaporized water saturated the air mass. Then water droplet has been created. Then these water droplets attract each other, then makes make such water droplets which are not uh, low weighted, that can present in air mass. So due to this collection of water droplets, the weight gain uh, reached a limit that the water droplets come to the earth surface. As you can see the whole process from this pictorial representation. Then get back to the mechanism of precipitation. What are the mechanism involved in precipitation? As you can see, that is some theories. Mechanism of cooling, dynamic or adiabatic cooling, that is we are discussing. The theory assumes that droplets form when the dew point is reached. Mechanism of cooling. Precipitation occurs as a result of cooling of water vapor laden near to its dew point or below. Condensation of vapor can be occur from dynamic or adiabatic cooling, frontal condition, contact cooling, radiation cooling. Then what is dynamic cooling? This occurs when dynamic cooling or adiabatic cooling has occurred. This occurs when air circulation carries air to higher elevation. The air might be elevated by thermal updrafts or by circulating into low pressure system. Frontal condition. This provides an atmospheric environmental favorable for mixing of two air masses of different temperatures. And advancing cold front results in mixing condition along contact of cold and warm water. Contact cooling. What are the reason behind it? It occurs when warm moist air is blown across cold surface. Those areas are noted for high amount of precipitation from this condition. Then go to next point, that is radiational cooling. The reason behind it is when clear nights provide a favorable environment for the radiation of heat from the earth. During day, isolation warms the atmosphere and the earth. Precipitation form rain. Then those are the causes behind precipitation. Then we are discussing now about precipitation form. First point which are going to be discussed is rain. Liquid precipitation in form of drops greater than 0.5 mm diameter, which are shown in picture, is rain. Then what is snow? Aggregate like ice crystal that forms into flakes below freezing temperature. As you can see, these are thicker as compared to raindrops. And then what is hail? It is also type of precipitation. It is dense precipitation ice that is at least 5 mm diameter. That is at least 5 mm diameter. This diameter should be memorized. This should be noted as you are studying this. Soft hail is more white and less dense, having air bubble. Then come to next point, that is drizzle, and it is most romantic weather as we considered it like. So what is drizzle? Liquid precipitation that reaches the surface in the form of drops less than 0.5 mm diameter, that is called drizzle. As you can see, it is the picture of a windshield of a car, and the drizzle water droplet are shown clearly here. These are not one water droplet. These are the collection of drizzle droplet which are less than 0.5 mm. So it's collected, it's get attracted to each other and form a water droplet. So it is looking like a rain droplet, but it is not. Then comes to the next point, is freezing fog. What is this? Freezing composed of super cooled water drops. Okay. Then Precipitation type. What are the precipitation type we are discussing about? It is the most important point to be discussed, that is precipitation type. That is convective precipitation, cyclonic precipitation, orographic precipitation. What is convection? Let's discuss it about. It is caused by thermal uplifting of moisture. Precipitation occurs in the form of intense showers of short duration. The aerial extent of such rain is small, generally less than 10 km in diameter. This generally occurs in tropic or rarely in Arctic region. As you can see, the whole mechanism of convection. Okay. So next point which should be discussed is cyclonic precipitation. It's occur as sequence of warm air in low pressure system where it is elevated and circulated over cold air. A cyclone is a lower pressure region with circular wind motion. A cyclone storm is usually smaller. Intensity is light to medium. Causes most of the precipitation. It is the common causes behind most of precipitation. Type of cyclonic precipitation are discussed here. That is, tropical cyclones is a wind system associated with an intense depression. Is it? So what is anticyclone? High pressure region of large aerial extent, wind are moderate speed. So these are the pictorial representation of cyclone. That is, here you can see the low pressure area and the cyclone formation. The red arrows are warm air, and the blue arrow are cold air. So as we discuss in the point, you can relate with this pictorial representation, so you can have the causes and the simulation of cyclone and anticyclone. Okay, next point is orographic precipitation. Oro is related with Greek word that is related with hail. So orographic precipitation, as we can discuss, and as we can see here from this figure, what you can see that from the ocean side, cold water or warm water, moist water are coming to the hilly areas, are coming to hill. As this moist warm air elevated through this hill, this rises upward. So due to its getting upward direction, so the warm water will get cold due to the temperature difference between this elevation. So up to a certain height, the condensation occurs and precipitation occurs as well. So this area is windward direction, as the warm air going towards the hill. So this is windward direction, and this is leeward direction. Leeward direction is warm air is coming downward. So this is leeward direction. So to the upward direction, which is windward direction as well, the condensation occur, and most of the precipitation cases occurs here. In India, Cherrapunji is one of the great example of this type of orographic precipitation. So as you can see and you are and some important points are also discussed in this details. So these are the causes behind orographic precipitation. Then measurement of precipitation. So we have to measure precipitation amount, so that we can prepare in advance if the precipitation is more than expected, or if there is no precipitation. No precipitation leads to barren land, and high precipitation leads to flooding condition or extreme condition. So it is necessary to measure the precipitation amount. So rainfall measurement, why do we need to measure the rainfall? uh, for the purpose of agriculture, horticulture, engineers, scientists, etc. So the instrument involving this type of measurement are called as rain gauge. So we will discuss about rain gauge in the next class. Until then, be safe, be careful.